My sister-in-law stood up, looked straight at everyone, and accused me of cheating on my husband. And the worst part? She had proof. But what she didn't know was, I had been waiting for this moment. My name is Emily Carter. I'm 36 years old, and I've been married to my husband, Daniel, for 8 years. Last weekend was supposed to be perfect. Our house was full, friends laughing, glasses clinking, soft music playing in the background. We were celebrating our anniversary. From the outside, everything looked beautiful, but inside, something felt off. Because across the room, Daniel's younger sister, Sophie, kept staring at me. Not normal staring. That quiet, knowing look. Like she had a secret. Like she was waiting. And honestly, that wasn't new. Sophie and I had never gotten along. From day one, she made it clear she didn't like me. At first, it was fake smiles. Then small comments. You're lucky Daniel takes care of you. You married well. Must be nice living such an easy life. Simple words, but sharp enough to cut. For years, I ignored it. Because some battles just aren't worth fighting. But that night, something was different. She looked confident. Too confident. Like she had already won. I noticed her whispering to a few relatives. Then suddenly, people started looking at me. Then looking away. My stomach tightened. Daniel leaned in. Are you okay? I forced a smile. Yeah, just tired. But I wasn't tired. I was waiting. Because deep down, I knew something was coming. And it wasn't going to be good. About an hour later, everyone gathered in the living room. It was time to cut the cake. Lights dimmed. Phones came out. People started cheering. Daniel wrapped his arm around me. 8 years, he smiled. Can you believe it? I laughed softly. Sometimes I can't. Everything felt normal. Until a voice cut through the room. Actually, before we celebrate, the room went quiet. Slowly, everyone turned. Sophie, standing near the table, holding her phone, smiling, but not a happy smile. Something colder. Daniel frowned. Sophie, what are you doing? She stepped forward slowly. I think everyone deserves to know the truth. And just like that, the air changed. You could feel it. Daniel sighed. Not now. But she ignored him, looked straight at the guests, then at me, and said, I didn't want to do this tonight. But my brother deserves to know. My heart started beating faster. Because now, I knew exactly where this was going. She raised her phone, paused for a second, then said it. Your perfect wife has been having an affair. Silence. Then whispers. Then chaos. What? No way. Is this real? Daniel's arm slowly slipped from my shoulder. His face, confused, hurt. Emily, he said quietly. Sophie walked closer. I have proof. She turned her phone. Messages. Photos. A full conversation. Me. And another man. Intimate. Personal. Damaging. The room turned against me in seconds. Some people stared in shock. Others looked disgusted. And Daniel. He just stood there. Broken. Explain this, he said. And Sophie? She was watching me. Waiting. Hoping I'd panic. Cry. Beg. But instead, I took a deep breath. And smiled. Sophie blinked. What's funny? She snapped. I looked at her. Then at everyone else. Then back at her. And said calmly. Nothing. I gently placed the cake knife down. Then glanced at the TV on the wall. And said something that changed everything. Since you brought your phone, why don't we connect it to the TV? Silence. Sophie frowned. What? So everyone can see clearly. Now. For the first time. She hesitated. Sophie's expression shifted for the first time. Just a slight crack in her confidence. She let out a short laugh. But it didn't feel real anymore. Why would we do that? She said quickly. Everyone can already see the messages. I shrugged calmly. True. But the screen is small. On the TV, everything is much clearer. A few guests nodded slowly. Yeah, that makes sense. Now Sophie hesitated for a fraction of a second. Just enough to notice. Then she forced herself back into control. Fine, she said. if that's what you want. She stepped forward and handed her phone over. Daniel, you connect it. Daniel paused, looked at me, then took the phone. The entire room went silent. A moment later, the phone was connected. And instantly, the messages appeared on the big TV screen. Gasps filled the room. People leaned forward, staring at it. Wow, those look real, someone whispered. Daniel stood frozen. His eyes moved from the screen to me. Emily, he said quietly. You need to explain this. I nodded slowly. I will. Then I turned my gaze to Sophie. But first, let's make sure everyone sees everything clearly. Sophie crossed her arms. Go ahead. Explain your affair. There was confidence in her voice again. But now, it felt forced. She believed she had already won. I just smiled. And that smile made her uncomfortable for the first time. Why are you smiling? She snapped. I looked at her calmly. Because this moment has been coming for a long time. Daniel frowned. What do you mean? I glanced around the room. Then I spoke slowly. Sophie has never liked me. Sophie immediately rolled her eyes. Oh, please. But I didn't stop. From the very beginning, she made it clear I didn't belong here. A few guests shifted uncomfortably. Daniel's mother looked down at her hands. Sophie snapped. You're twisting everything. I shook my head. I'm not twisting anything. I'm telling the truth. I paused for a moment, then continued. For years, she made small comments. About me, about my life, about how I didn't deserve Daniel. Daniel turned toward her slowly. Sophie, is that true? She waved her hand dismissively. It was just jokes. I looked at him. They were never jokes. The room grew tense. Then I added quietly. Something else happened last week. Sophie's posture stiffened immediately. Daniel noticed. What happened? I took a slow breath. I received a security alert. Someone tried to log into my accounts from another device. A few guests exchanged looks. Sophie jumped in quickly. That happens all the time. It doesn't mean anything. I nodded. Usually yes. Then I looked directly at her. But this time, it showed the location of the device. Silence. Daniel's voice lowered. Location? I nodded again. And that location was very specific. Sophie forced a laugh. Are you seriously accusing me of hacking your phone? Instead of answering, I walked toward the TV. The room followed my movement. Every eye was on me now. I turned back. I didn't ignore the alert. I investigated it. Daniel stepped forward slightly. What did you find? I held the remote in my hand and said quietly, what I found was not just a hacking attempt. Sophie's voice dropped. Stop this. But I continued anyway. I traced the device that tried to access my accounts. Daniel stared at me. What are you saying? I looked directly at Sophie. I'm saying the messages on that phone came from the same device. A heavy silence fell over the room. Sophie's face changed instantly. For the first time, she looked nervous. That's impossible, she said quickly. But her voice was shaking now. Daniel slowly turned toward her. Sophie, what did you do? She froze. For a second, she said nothing. Then she forced a laugh. Oh my God, you're actually trying to blame me? She looked around the room desperately. But no one laughed. No one spoke. All eyes were on her now. And I simply stood there, calm. Because she still didn't know. I wasn't finished yet. Sophie forced another laugh, but it came out broken this time. Oh my God, you're seriously trying to blame me? She looked around the room, searching for support. For someone, anyone, to defend her. But no one did. The silence was heavier now. Daniel didn't speak. He just stared at her, waiting. And I stayed calm. Because this was exactly the moment I had prepared for. I slowly raised the remote in my hand. Sophie frowned. What are you doing? I looked at her. My investigation didn't stop at the login attempt. Daniel's eyes narrowed. Then what did you find? I turned slightly toward the TV and said quietly, I found where it came from. Sophie's smile faded. Just a little, but enough. I pressed a button. The screen changed. The fake messages disappeared instantly. Now a new report appeared. Login records. Device history. IP traces. Clear. Detailed. Undeniable. A guest leaned forward. What is that? Then someone read it out loud. Device location. Sophie Mitchell's laptop. The room exploded into whispers. No way. That's her name. Oh my God. Daniel stepped closer to the screen, then slowly turned toward his sister. Sophie, what is this? Sophie shook her head fast. This is fake. She made it up, but her voice cracked slightly. I stayed still. And it doesn't end there. Sophie froze. Daniel looked at me. What do you mean? I took a slow breath. 2 days after the hacking attempt, I noticed something else. Sophie whispered. Stop. But I continued anyway. There was missing money from the family business account. That line changed everything. Daniel's expression tightened instantly. What? Now the room wasn't just shocked. It was confused and scared. I pressed the remote again. The screen changed once more. Bank statements appeared. Multiple transactions. Outgoing transfers. Large amounts. All pointing to one name. Sophie Mitchell. Gasps filled the room. Daniel stepped back like he had been hit. No, he whispered. His mother covered her mouth. That can't be. Sophie suddenly snapped. This is not what it looks like. Her voice rose. I didn't steal anything. But Daniel wasn't listening anymore. He was staring at the screen. How much? He asked quietly. Sophie hesitated. That hesitation said everything. Daniel repeated, louder now. How much money did you take? The room held its breath. Finally, I spoke. Over $80,000. The silence after that was suffocating. Daniel closed his eyes for a moment. When he opened them, they were different. No confusion. Just disappointment. You stole from the family business, he said slowly. Sophie shook her head violently. I did it for us. That made Daniel freeze. For us. Sophie stepped forward, desperate now. She was going to turn you against your own family. I had to protect you. Daniel looked at her like he didn't recognize her anymore. No, he said quietly. You destroyed everything, yourself. Sophie's eyes filled with tears. But no one moved toward her. No one defended her. The truth was now too clear. Too visible. She looked at me one last time. Pure anger now. This is your fault, she snapped. But I didn't react. Because I wasn't the one falling apart. She was. Daniel took a deep breath, then turned to me. His voice softened. Emily, I'm sorry. I nodded slightly. I know. Then he looked at Sophie again. His voice changed. Cold. Final. You need to leave. That hit harder than anything else. Sophie froze. What? But Daniel didn't repeat it. He just stared. And that was enough. Slowly, she grabbed her purse. Her hands were shaking now. No more confidence. No more smile. Just silence. She walked toward the door. And no one stopped her. When the door finally closed, the room felt different. Lighter, but also broken in its own way. Daniel turned to me and gently took my hand. This time, he didn't let go. After a moment, someone awkwardly cleared their throat. So, do we still cut the cake? A few nervous laughs followed. Daniel looked at me. Do you still want to celebrate? I looked at him. And for the first time that night, I smiled for real. Yes, I said softly. Because tonight wasn't just our anniversary. It was the night the truth finally came out. And the person who tried to destroy my life ended up exposing herself instead.